my practice tests were like 159 to 162. So not super high, but better than where I started at 150. So I was feeling pretty good. But then, come test day, I just kind of tanked, which happens, I guess. But I ended up with a 151. So my previous score was a 150, and then I got a 151. So more or less ended up at the same place. Um, Figured I'm just going to throw my hat in the ring and just still apply to schools and kind of hope for the best. Um, Been waitlisted at a few places, rejected at a few places. And this is also my second go around at applying. I had originally applied for fall 2020. That didn't work out. And so I'm kind of doing at it again. And now I'm kind of just not 100% sure what to do next. It's still like early on in the cycle, I feel, but I'm just not sure if studying for the test again for the sake of a wait list, if that would help me out, or I'm kind of, I guess, leading between two places. I don't think I'll be ready for April yet, because obviously I haven't like even looked at the test since November. Um, and the other option is, I guess, I don't know, taking it in June or even September. At that point, I wouldn't be working anymore, so I'd have more time to dedicate to it. So, sorry, a bit of a ramble, but I guess I was wondering. I know every situation is different, but in your experience with people who have been previously waitlisted, like what is something that you see as beneficial? Do you think it's worth it? Or any suggestions that you have would be super awesome.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you certainly can benefit a lot in terms of getting off a wait list by getting a significantly higher score. In some cases, even just a few points can make a big difference. But since you haven't seen that score increase yet, I have no doubt there's a lot of potential for you to unlock by giving it some more time and going for that retake, especially since there was that test day drop before. So you could take it in April and aim to get off the wait list in the short term. You could also take it in June and aim to get off the wait list in the short term, or you can retake and then take that improved score and apply at the beginning of the next cycle to potentially benefit more from being early rather than more towards the tail end.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And I've kind of been going between both ideas just because I feel like April could be a thing, but just because I feel like it's been a little bit since I've like worked that LSAT muscle in my head. I I just was trying to figure out how that would go. I've taken it 3 times, so I think I only have 2 more times to take it also. So I guess I'm trying to figure out like which would be best. Part of me was also leaning I could take it in June, and I can there is something about, as much as I would hate doing the process again, something about doing it at the very beginning of next cycle. This year I applied in December, which I guess like midway through. I guess want to make sure that I don't have that like test day anxiety that I previously had, because I know that's like I felt good about the material, and I know that's something that kind of just affected me and ended up like resulting in like a test score drop the day of and stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely something I would look at. And that could take a little bit longer to figure out. So if you've got, on the one hand, dusting off your books and mentally dusting off from the LSAT, getting back into it, that, as you said, that could take more than the less than 2 months remaining till April. I would say probably going for June is better. And then also, I mean, I would ask you, what else do you have going on in your schedule between now and April, or between now and June?
Right. Yeah. So I'm still working. I'm still working at the same place I've been working since um, fall. But I've been here for quite a while, so I'm likely going to quit at the end of June. I've been working from home, so I do have that flexibility. But yeah, my plan is to quit my job at the end of June. So I pretty much, in anticipation of hopefully starting school in the fall. But if that's not the case, I would still pretty much quit either at the end of June and have the summer to study.
Understood. And how busy is your job?
Um, I guess in a way average. I work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, but I guess I'm fortunate in the sense that it is pretty busy, but I do have like chunks of hours during the day where I can study. And that's kind of what I was doing last time, studying like an hour or so during the workday and then adding on another 2 hours during like the end of the workday and stuff.
So you've got some time. You've got some time
Yeah.
carved out in your schedule. Your work at your job doesn't sound too demanding or taxing to me. So I'd say June or July could be reasonable targets to aim to take the test by then. And then you could submit those scores to schools and see what happens. And then if you don't get off the wait list, and by the way, wait list changes can happen as late as August. They can happen right towards the very, very beginning of the semester. And so you could be waiting for a while, but you get that call, you might be ready to go. And so that could be awesome. On the other hand, alternatively, you could then take that same score and apply at the beginning of next cycle, in which case you'd be waiting a year, but you get to a better school or get more scholarship money, of course, could be worth it in the long term. I also want to circle back to the test anxiety element of things as well, because that is something that you want to work on and you want to resolve. So I'm curious to know what things you've tried out and what things you might not have yet explored. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.